In this video, I'm going to go ahead and review an Optimus Prime that you've probably never seen before. So being a part of the Transformer Underground, I ended up winning another figure from that awesome group. So if you're not part of the Transformer Underground, what it is, it's a group of collectors. They get together, they raffle off figures. So recently I ended up joining one of their raffles and I won this specific figure right here. I'm talking about the Lime Toys HR-01 Ares. That is their version of the MMC Optimus Prime. That's what it's called. It's their oversized version of the Optimus Prime. Now, MMC's version is about 7.5 inches tall. This one is a straight knockoff of that version right there, but it's a lot bigger. This is the guy right here. So this is the Lime Toys HR-01 Ares. This is an oversized version of, like I mentioned, the MMC Optimus Prime. So he actually transforms into more of a Cybertronian truck as opposed to the semi-truck that you and I are normally used to. And I like this idea because this actually comes from the IDW comic book run where Optimus was, more of the Cybertronian truck. And I want to say that the part of that run happened a lot on Cybertron. Now, as much as I love the comics and as much as I love the Skybound Transformers that's going on right now, I did not get a chance to read the IDW run. And I'm not knocking it, don't get me wrong. It's just by the time I found out that there was an IDW Transformers run, there was just too much lore that happened. I just couldn't go back and get it. But the funny thing is, I actually did have the IDW run of Optimus Prime. It was just like their miniseries. So I feel like I'm not as big of a poser owning this one right here. So let's talk and let's look a little bit further into this one right here, as he stands at about 11 inches tall. He's actually masterpiece size. He's pretty big, and when I compare him to the Magic Square version of Optimus Prime, you'll see that there's a little bit of a size difference. Like I said, there's a little bit of a size difference. So this right here is the Magic Square MS-01 Light piece. This is more of the metallic version of Optimus Prime from Magic Square. And this one is masterpiece size. This is actually the real correct size of MP44, which is the official Hasbro Takara Optimus Prime, the one that everyone wants, the one that I want to get in my collection. If I can get an MP44, which is the official version in my collection, I would be completely happy. But I am not mad that I have several versions of the Magic Square Optimus Prime. And matter of fact, I'm going to say that the Magic Square Optimus Primes are my favorite, but it's not because I'm saying others are not as good. It's just more along the lines of that. It's where I started in a way, and I'm not gonna, stop, but I am still always open to getting a different version of Optimus Prime. This is the official Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime right here. This is an official Hasbro figure. So this guy stands at about 7.5 inches tall. The Magic Square is at about 9.5 inches tall, and with his guns up right here, the Lime Toys version is at about 11.5 inches tall. So you can see that there is a significant size difference here between the Optimus Primes, but it's not about those other guys. It's about this guy today. So taking a look at, the Lime Toys version, I'm gonna play around a little bit with this guy right here. I noticed when I took him out of the packaging, there is, I want to say that there's some die cast in it, maybe in the legs, but there's these hips, the hips right here on the side. Typically they stay on, but for some reason mine popped out. And I thought that this right here, actually, hold on, let me adjust the focus real fast. So this right here is part of his little side skirt, There you go, focusing. And I thought it was metal, but it feels like hard plastic. So I can't really pinpoint if there is any die cast on this. I want to say that there's a little bit on the legs, but tapping them all over, it's hard plastic, and weighing him, weight to weight, it's funny, but I feel like this one is lighter than the Magic Square Optimus Prime, and it's not a complaint. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here saying, oh, the heavier the better. A much heavier figure is a better figure. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm just saying is that, as light as this one is, this is actually lighter, but I don't think that's a bad thing at all. The construction of this thing right here is actually, really hefty, really good. The joints move, I'm eventually going to understand what's, the ratchet joints and the ball joints and all that good stuff. All I can tell you is this: shoulders go up, legs go up. You hear that click, click, click. Things like that do tend to happen here on the channel, so, just gotta have to move right past it. But yeah, it moves around, legs go forward. There's a good bend. Look at that, man. That's a beautiful 90 degree angle right there. And then his knees, they drop down pretty well. His ankles, they do turn. There's a good ankle joint in there. Overall, I really like the way this figure is designed. And it's cool because, like, right here in his knees, there's this, like, little piston. It's like when you bend his knees, like, this little piston kind of sticks out. I like that. That's a cool, I don't want to say it's a feature, but it's, like, such a cool piece of detail that I really admire that Lime Toys did with it. I pushed this head way too far back, but it's a little detail that I really admire Lime Toys went ahead and added. I honestly think that overall this is a really, really dope figure, and arms go up, elbows, like, it's pretty dope. At the hip, there's good waist, turning thing, waist turning thing right there. I'm going to get this terminology down eventually as a reviewer, so you guys are just gonna have to deal with my verbiage until I figure everything out, okay? And then the head sculpt on this guy, I think, is really dope. It's still Optimus. He still looks like Optimus. It's Optimus Prime to me, but I like how there's just it's slightly different. He's got more of the, his eyes a little bit more Asian-y. I can say that. Almost Gundam-ish. It's pretty cool. Now, I do see that there are screws back here behind his head. There are some screws back here, and I believe you can put a battery in there because, to my understanding, his eyes do light up. Now, I know in my videos I haven't shown you guys the lit up eyes just yet. It's just because I don't have the batteries for a lot of the figures that I've shown here on the channel. But, just look it up. If you guys ever pick this guy up, just look it up because you can put some batteries in the back of his head, and his eyes will light up. That's what I meant to say. It's a pretty dope toy. But you know what? Now that I talked about the robot mode, let's go ahead and get this thing into his video shoot, and then let me go ahead and show you what his alt mode looks like. All right, you guys, and here he is in his alt mode, in his Cybertronian truck mode. This is, again, the Lime Toys Aries, the HR01. And putting him in his truck mode, I'm going to tell you this. I feel like this is one of the more easier third-party or knockoff toys I've transformed so far. I really enjoy turning him from, robot mode into his truck mode. I really enjoy how you can just put the swords on the back right here. I really like that design. I think it's pretty dope. He's got his little guns right here up front, or his little smokestacks, whatever, however you want to see that. But those right there, I just like how they just look forward and they look good. His guns, they just kind of fold into each other and they turn into these side smokestacks right here. I really like this vehicle. I really do like this vehicle mode. However, I do have some issues with it. Now, it doesn't roll too well. It rolls okay, but I don't know if you can see, just trying to roll the wheel right here, it was a little difficult. I don't want to say difficult, but it didn't turn so well. Let's see if I can bring it up right here while in truck mode. And like these back wheels right here, also, they don't really roll. It's almost like I have to push down on it in order for it to roll. I felt like there's something off as far as the dimensions or just how straight, it goes together in truck mode. If you can tell, it doesn't look centered to me. There's something about it. I feel like it's a little off. Like if you look at it, if you can see it like from right here, but it just looks like it's a little warped. It seems like the whole truck kind of goes like it starts to go a little bit more to the right, like up in this area right here. Not sure if you guys can see it here on the camera. Another thing that I noticed on the undercarriage, on the under part right here, there's a little bit more of a gap here than there is here, which is probably explaining why I'm seeing that warping. Which it's probably me. It's probably me. It's not them. It's me. It's probably me. I just probably couldn't figure out how to push the legs a little bit more together. So there is that warpiness to it. So it's a little wonky as far as like how straight it is. But overall in truck mode or in Cybertronian truck mode, I don't think it looks bad. I don't think it looked bad at all. I really do like this IDW truck design right here. Now, I got to go back and read the books. I told you I actually had someone commissioned to create a pretty dope cover for it. So I do have it. But overall, in truck mode, I think it looks great. I love the way this front looks right here. These big old lights right here. This big windshield right here. Now, I don't want to nitpick, It just looks like a blue shield right there as the windows. For the price, it's good. Don't get me wrong. I don't want you guys to be like, oh my goodness, it's crap. For the price, it's really, really good. However, I think it would have been cooler if we could have seen like some kind of cockpit in there, maybe seeing 2 seats, or some kind of design in there. Maybe I'm just asking for a little bit too much. I am new to this, so maybe, I'm probably asking for too much. But like I said, overall, the truck mode, the way it looks, I do like this. I'm really, really enjoying the way it looks. I'm going to, transform it back into robot mode here after the video. Seriously, look, the robot mode is dope. I've shown you guys. And transforming Optimus from that to this was really fun. It was really, really fun. It was something new and unique to me, something that I've never seen before, something that I've never done before. So I really enjoyed it. So if you guys are in the market for an Optimus Prime, but he looks different than just your standard truck, I would pick this one up. This oversized KO Lime Toys HR01 Aries is really, really worth it. I really enjoy this one right here. So pick this one up, you guys. I think this is worth a spot in your collection if you're looking for something different. Overall, if we're going to grade this right here, I don't know how I've been doing it. I'll probably say 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. I like the robot mode. Truck mode I really like. My brain is like, there's something that needs to be fixed with this over here because it's a little off and it's hard to get it to stay straight or get straight so that way all of the wheels roll evenly, and smoothly and freely. It's not really doing that right here with this wheel we have. I wonder the other side. You know, the other side is it. Same idea. There's something down here that just kind of, it sticks down too far, but so 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 is still really good, still really worth it to you know, have in your collection. And yeah, you know what? Let me know what you guys think about this figure down in the comments below, because I want to know what you guys think. I really want to hear your guys' opinion on this. Okay. All right, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for coming by and hanging out. And if you're looking for some Transformer figures, head over to showzstore.com and use my code EMAN. Go ahead and support the channel by, you know, adding me as one of your favorite reviewers. I'm so happy that Showz gave me that code to finally share with everyone. So if you guys are looking to purchase this or any other Transformer figure, head over to showzstore.com, enter code EMAN, E-M-A-N, in the support your favorite reviewer area, and just, you know, it helps me out, helps the channel out a lot, and it allows me to do more reviews like this for you guys. And if you like this review, make sure to check out the other videos that I have here on my channel where I review other Transformers, and you guys let me know down in those comments what you think about those reviews, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.